are here at Boda Pipes and Cigar Lounge, and I have the pleasure of introducing the owner of Boda.
I'm David Fishburne. We're glad to have Kelly Enter with us.
So I'm Kelly Enter with Oliva, and we are doing one of our biannual events. We do one in the spring, and we always do one around Christmas time, always in December. And like always, very successful. Great crowd, great customers, great new shop. And that's the best thing about this, is that this is the first event in the new shop. How long were you in the mall?
Golly, we were there for, I think, 25 years at that old mall.
Oh my gosh. Do you ever find yourself just accidentally driving into the mall and it's like, oh wait, now I'm over here?
Yeah, I have. I've actually done that, trying to go in, and I'm just coming down that road, knee-jerk reaction, turned right in there.
Right.
Very embarrassing.
So Boda has a great selection of Oliva, Nub, and Cane cigars, which will satisfy all palates. And right now we want to talk about Gilberto, our newest cigar. We came out with this last year, and Gilberto is made to sell. The price is right. They're in the $7, $8 range. They have Nicaraguan binder and filler, and they have two different wrappers. There's the Connecticut wrapper, which is the Gilberto Blanc, and the Sumatra wrapper, which is the Gilberto Reserva. And the Blanc is going to be mild, as you might expect from a good Connecticut shade, and the Sumatra, the Reserva, is a good medium smoke. Not spicy, or at least I don't find it to be very spicy. I just find it a good medium smooth smoke. Great cigar for the money.
Great flavor profile, especially on that Connecticut. That surprised us. We weren't expecting it to be that flavorful.
Right, and different than our Connecticut Reserve. Both are mild, but there's just some subtle differences to it. Personally, I think that the Connecticut Reserve, this cigar right there, is more of that typical creamy flavor that you get with the Connecticut Reserve, and the Gilberto Blanc, this Connecticut is got a little more body to it. It's a little richer. At least, once again, that's the beauty of cigars. It's a very subjective thing, but that's how I find it.
So Kelly, this is a Gilberto Oliva, and what wrapper is that?
That's a Sumatra wrapper, straight from Indonesia.
Wow.
But yes, it is some wrappers. Tobacco leaves for wrappers we import, and this is one of them from Indonesia. It's a Sumatran wrapper. It is similar, but not exactly like the Sumatra wrapper that is used on our top of the line cigar, Melanio. But this one here is going to be a nice medium body. Once again, just like the Gilberto Blanc, it is priced to sell. It's going to be in the $6, $7 range. Really a good stick, especially for the money. And
since you introduced them, they have really taken off. They have really been popular. Price point, of course, brings them in, but people were surprised at the quality on that. But then this is Oliva, so.
Right. So price is going to, yes, get people to try something, but the cigar itself has to be good enough to get repeat smokes, repeat purchases, and that's what that's doing. So it's part of the line that's the newest, but it's part of the multiple amount of cigars that are here at Boda. The Connecticut Reserve, we got Master Blend, which, by the way, the Master Blend is the cigar that a lot of people don't know about, but it is a fantastic cigar, but not that many shops carry the Master Blend. It is, I wouldn't say a high price point, but it's higher than most Olivas, but well worth it. Now, the Melanio, which we have right here, this is our top of the line right here. This is the cigar that was Cigar Aficionado's #1 cigar in 2014, Cigar Snob's #1 cigar in 2012. It is the smoothest of smooths. It is a fantastic, take it easy, don't do anything else, don't work and smoke it, don't mow the yard and smoke it. You can golf and smoke it. As long as you're doing something enjoyable, something relaxing, enjoy that cigar. Now, the Oliva V. This is the cigar that I think really put us on the map. The Liga Especial, or more commonly known as the regular Serie V, as opposed to the V Melanio. This is a Habano wrapper, sun-grown Habano wrapper from the Jalapa Valley, which means that it's going to have a little more kick to it. It is a medium plus when it comes to strength.
The Jalapa Valley?
The Jalapa Valley, part of Nicaragua. So, and speaking of Nicaragua, that is where Oliva is based. That is where almost the entire binder and filler tobacco comes from on all Oliva cigars. We move over here to the Series G, Cameroon wrapper. Most of these are going to be in the medium strength, maybe even a little bit less. Once again, a nice smooth cigar. Almost all of our Series Gs are, as you can see, a soft box press. Same with the Series G Maduro. Also, don't be fooled by how dark it is. It is not a strong cigar. That is a myth. It is, and just because it's Maduro doesn't mean it's strong either.
Let's look at this right here, because this is just something that just always impressed me, is that this is a box pressed cigar. It is a box pressed figurado, sort of a double perfecto. You've got the tip on both ends right there, and that is wonderful. And this is an old-fashioned design. The whole idea was, in the old days we didn't have fancy matches, fancy lighters. All we had was a match, and so you light that tip with one match, so it wasn't so difficult to light that big fat cigar. But wonderful smoke, very rich. You get the full blend in that cigar, and at the price of $6.69 at our store, that's amazing. It goes with that.
Which, that's another thing about Boda Pipes, is that the prices here are going to be as good or better than any cigar prices you're going to find in South Carolina. Now, you're blessed with a relatively low cigar tax.
Right.
I think South Carolina is what, 5%?
Right.
Compared to, say, Georgia at 23%. So, South Carolina, more cigar friendly than most states. And so that's why the prices are so good and really, really good here at Boda. Then we get into the nub and cane, which a lot of people don't realize are Oliva cigars. The nub comes in 4 different blends. You have the Cameroon, which is going to have a similar profile to the Series G, once again, because of the Cameroon wrapper. You've got the Habano, which is going to be similar to the Series O, once again, because of the Habano wrapper. You have the Connecticut, which is going to be a nice, mild smoke, and the Maduro, which is my personal favorite, which is going to be medium as far as strength goes. But these are all short cigars, but they smoke longer than you think. Part of it is because of the construction, part of it is just because it's a good 60 ring gauge cigar. The nub was made, and the tagline for a while was the core of the cigar, because on some cigars, especially if you smoke them too fast, can get a little bit harsh as you get towards the end. The nub, because of its short length, never ever gets harsh. It also is famous for its long ash. So if you're into creating a nice long ash, the nub is your cigar. And then finally on the cane Habano, the cane Maduro, and the cane F. That is our strong cigar offering. They all have various degrees of Ligero, which is certainly one of the strongest cigar leaves. Is it the strongest, you think?
That F is one of the strongest, yeah.
Right, but I'm talking about Ligero tobacco.
Oh yeah.
The strongest.
Right, that's where the strength comes, you're right.
Right, and so they all have a lot of Ligero tobacco in them, which is what provides the strength. The Habano, obviously named after the Habano wrapper that's in it. The Ligero is in the binder and filler. On the Maduro, same thing, and on the F actually has a Ligero wrapper.
So that's a triple shot.
Absolutely.
Ligero on that. So
yeah.
do you find the Series B, the Liga Especial, I'm smoking one now, do you find it stronger or a little less strong than the cane?
the cane is stronger than the Series V. Although the Series V does have a little bit of Ligero in the filler, which gives it a little bit of a kick. That's why when we're describing the strength of it, it is medium plus. So it sits between medium strength and full strength. So we're about ready to wrap up the event, which has been a success like all the Oliva events here. Probably every event that you have here is a success because of the strong following that you have, the good prices, the great service. And I'm not just blowing smoke here.
I'm blushing.
Get it? But it is a real thing here. Come down to Boda, the new store, you have to see it. This is just the merchandising area. The humidor is, how big would you say it is? 3 times as large as what your old one was?
It's pretty big. We went much larger on this one because we just needed the room to bring in this kind of variety.
Right. And then the lounge itself is huge, can accommodate a lot of people, spacious, televisions, coffee bar, and soon to be.
No, we're hoping it'll be a full lounge.
Right. So that's what I say. Always do your cigar shopping at Boda Pipes and Cigar Lounge.
Thanks for the endorsement.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thanks for coming, buddy. Appreciate it.
Oye, ¿tú has visto a José?
José, ¿no? ¿Por qué?
Mira, cuando te ponga ese negro prieto lo voy a encender, ¿oíste?
¿Dónde estabas tú? ¿Dónde? ¿Dónde estabas tú? ¿Dónde?
¿Dónde tú estabas, José Inés? Que ayer fui a buscarte y no te hallé. Te llevaste los cueros, el quinto y el 3. Y por tu culpa suspendimos el bebé.
¿Dónde? ¿Dónde estabas tú? ¿Dónde?
Dime dónde estabas.
¿Dónde? ¿Dónde estabas tú? ¿Dónde?
¿Dónde tú estabas ahí, José Inés? Que fuimos a buscarte a casa Merced, a casa de Lola, Tomás y Esther, a casa de Nico, de Jacinto y Andrés.
¿Dónde? ¿Dónde estabas tú? ¿Dónde?
Responde, papá.
¿Dónde? ¿Dónde estabas tú? ¿Dónde?
¿Dónde tú estabas, José Inés? Porque tú no fuiste anoche al bebé. Si no quieres problemas conmigo, José, que aparezca pronto el quinto y el 3. Oye, José, ya veo que tú me tienes miedo. Anda, escóndete que si te cojo